Imagine leading your squad to a World Cup title, only to bounce around 9 teams in 5 years, spending almost every single trade deadline, being shipped out as a piece of trade bait. Wouldn't you feel demoralized by that grind? If you walked away from a massive contract extension and found yourself getting labeled by the fans as a guy who completely overvalued his own worth, how would you keep finding ways to prove them wrong? As the Cavs, Kings, and Bulls finalized a 3-team blockbuster, and Schroder was sent packing once again to Cleveland, this same floor general who dominated the World Cup and led the German national team to absolute glory has once again become an expendable trade chip. Over the course of the last 5 seasons, Schroder has suited up for 9 different organizations. From the day he first entered the league, he has already played for 11 different franchises. For a standard rotation player, moving teams at this frequency is incredibly rare. Some analysts have even started to suggest that Schroder is now a league luxury item. Not quite essential, but not ready to be tossed aside. Even though he is always on the move, he is not your typical league journeyman, because he clearly still carries significant trade value. While he often serves as a filler in deals, he still commands a salary of over $14 million. A lot of fans are convinced Schroder ended up in this nomadic situation because he simply bet on himself way too hard, believing if he had never turned down the Lakers and that massive contract offer, he wouldn't be jumping between 9 teams in 5 years. But in reality, his wandering career path is about more than just a contract dispute. Looking at his actual play style, Dennis has the tools to be a primary core piece. If you give him the keys and the tactical volume, he has the talent to perform at an all-star level. This is obvious from the way he takes over. On the international FIBA stage, the reason he is constantly being traded is that he hasn't found a home that needs his specific role. For an average player to reach that all-star tier, it takes a lot more than just hard work. Sometimes finding the right opportunity is everything. Back when he earned a starting role in Atlanta, he was delivering over 19 points a night, but Trae Young's arrival made him expendable for the Hawks. When he landed in OKC, Schroder played some of the best basketball of his career. But after Paul George and Westbrook moved on, the Thunder committed to a total rebuild. So they shipped a prime Schroder off to the Los Angeles Lakers. Many fans are convinced that he walked away from Hollywood by rejecting that infamous extension from the Lakers, the rumored $84 million deal. But according to Schroder himself, the Lakers front office never actually put that offer on the table. If it were not for the fact that he proved himself again at the World Cup, he might have been pushed out of the league for good. In a league that is strictly business, when you are a guard who favors offense over defense, staying on a roster long-term requires you to be an absolute tactical necessity. Even a star like Isaiah Thomas couldn't avoid being phased out by the league, let alone a player like Dennis Schroder, who has never been given the keys as the franchise face. From that perspective, the fact that he is still getting rotation minutes is an incredible testament to his resilience. Cleveland didn't target him in this trade just because they were in love with his talent. It was more about the fact that this deal saves the Cavs $50 million. As a team currently facing the highest luxury tax bill in the NBA this season, the Cavs front office has one major priority, which is fixing their long-term salary structure. Moving DeAndre Hunter's $23 million deal and landing Schroder instead means their next move is likely trading Darius Garland. As a guard making $40 million a year, Garland's average of 18 points per game doesn't match the massive paycheck he receives. On top of his recent injury history, he has become a negative asset on their books. If Cleveland wants to bring LeBron home this summer, they need to clear as much cap space as possible.